Welcome back to Radio Entrepreneurs. I'm Jonathan Friedman in the studio, and I'm joined by my next guest, Chris White. Chris of Hemenway Trust Company. Chris, pleasure to have you on Radio Entrepreneurs.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Welcome to the show. Why don't you tell our listeners a little bit about your organization and what you guys do?
Sure. So Hemenway Trust Company was established in 2010. It's an affiliate of Hemenway & Barnes, which is a law firm in Boston. It was set up really to allow clients to use the New Hampshire trust legislation, which has been developed over the last 10 years or so. It's really cutting-edge legislation that gives clients many, many more options in terms of administering their assets for generations into the future.
So significantly different in New Hampshire as opposed to Massachusetts with some of the trust laws.
So
interesting.
A number of trusts have been relocated to New Hampshire to take advantage of those provisions.
And those are state provisions, but the federal provisions are standard.
The federal provisions stay the same. It's just state to state. New Hampshire, as we know, capital gains is zero, very good income tax provisions, so all of that is good.
So with some tax planning and 30 miles up the road, you can hold on to a lot more of your assets, I presume.
There's something like that. That's right.
Excellent. Tell our listeners a little bit about what services that you provide to your clients.
Well, Hemenway Trust Company and Hemenway & Barnes are both very client-centric. The client always comes first. It's one of the reasons I really wanted to work at Hemenway. And so whether it's family office services or tax preparation or trust administration, drafting trusts, all of those things are done by my colleagues at Hemenway & Barnes. Hemenway Trust Company is really the investment arm, and they do all of the investment work to populate the trust with attractive companies to own.
Okay, and those may be in form of different types of investment opportunities or options?
Yes, they could be equities or fixed income bonds. They could be private equity, private real estate, whatever the client feels is appropriate, and we of course would advise them in terms of putting investments in the accounts.
Now, do your clients fall into what has become known in the industry as a portfolio profile, or is every client individualized and really down to individual equities and various investments for that individual?
Oh, what a great question.
Because I know that's where a lot of the marketplace has gone.
That's right, yeah. No, we are, again, we really pay attention to what the client is wanting. And so it's all driven by the client needs. And those needs are very specific to the individual. So, and I know we'll get to this in a few minutes, but the active versus passive investing, too often with passive investing, people just accept that, well, the S&P 500 is my benchmark, and that's my goal. And that's not necessarily the case, because there is a lot of risk embedded in owning the S&P 500, because you're buying both the good quality companies and the bad quality companies. At Hemenway, our emphasis is on the good quality companies. And so we really work with the client to identify their goals, what their needs are. Often the client may not know all of their needs, and so our job is to help them uncover those needs. It's often generational in aspect. It's often things such as saving for retirement or saving for a significant charitable gift that they want to make 5 years from now. It's saving for grandchildren's education. So these goals can vary tremendously according to the individual or the couple or the family. And that's our calling, is to work with those people.
So is that really where the beginning is to figure out what is it that your client is trying to accomplish, and then build and tailor a portfolio mix that will help them achieve those objectives?
You're singing to the choir here.
If our listeners want to get in touch with you, what's the best way for them to reach you?
Well, thank you. They can call me directly at 603-913-8021. That's 603-913-8021, or email me at cwhite@hemtrust.com, HEMTRUST.com.